Yakamasoose. I have to ask the director first. Do I really have to care if these 3 kids were brutally murdered in this story? And he says, yes, I do. But I don't. Do I have to? They're not real. I'm only making them up. Well, director? Right. This is a story about how 3 kids were brutally murdered by a hideous man in the woods. Little Tommy had just arrived at the playground when his friends were smoking cigarettes. Yes, kids, this has drugs, and this has a moral of the story as well. You'll learn. One of the kids threw his cigarette in the woods and started burning one of the trees on fire. And they ran away as soon as one of the trees started crackling under the weight after the fire had burned away most of the wood. One of their friends had died. He was under that tree and burned to death. When he was recovered, he looked like a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man with sweet corn and poop all over. Yes, he had crapped himself very badly. I am not even joking. I mean, if you had looked at him, you'd have thought this was actually 2 people. One covered in poop, and one as pristine as a fine china plate. At the funeral, they decided to have a trip in the woods. Don't know why after your friend's funeral you'd be going on a trip in the woods. Seriously. I mean, it seems so disrespectful. It's like you didn't even care. Their friend really wanted to do this trip too. It was called the search trip because they were searching for an old man. Rumored to be in the woods since the year 1801. The legend goes that this man was so inbred that he basically lived in the woods, recluse from everyone. The only time he ever went out of the woods was to feed and hunt humans who weren't inbred. Or something, I don't really give a crap. Anyways, the next day, which is still very disrespectful. I mean, if your friend dies, you should at least stay 3 weeks inside of your house and hold a picture of them to remember them by. Until you're ready to finally move on. These kids knew this dude for like 16 years. Anyways, as they were heading into the woods, they decided to camp in one specific area. An area rumored to be where the inbred man lay. Okay. Anyways, at night, they decided that it would be fun to tell a few stories by the fire. While their one friend, their really, really obese friend, I mean, he was like 523 pounds and he was 14 years old. He was 523 pounds and he had like 78 chocolate bars, 80 Krispy Kreme donuts. He brought a whole storage fridge of food, I'll tell you that. By the time they got to the area in the day, he'd already emptied half that fridge. Anyways, he had to take a huge crap. And so his friends, which is kind of stupid since this is a horror story, they let him go by himself. Found a huge old oak tree. This kid did not have any diabetes problems. He was fat because his mother and father just let him eat whatever he wanted. If he wanted a 12-pound cheesecake, he'd get it. That's how rich they were. And he wasn't on any exercise. In fact, it's surprising how he could get out of a chair. This kid was like the 50-ton man. Anyways, he found an old oak tree big enough to conceal what he was gonna be laying down right there. It wasn't a twig, wasn't a branch. No, this poop was going to be a log. It was going to be a huge log, the size of this base, but the circumference of this. It was, or whatever. No, it was going to be like this, size of the base, but this. There was a hole inside that log. And while he was taking a crap, he started hearing noises. Animal noises. Heard an owl and coughing of a turtle. I don't know what a turtle sounds like when it's coughing, but it sounds horrible, I'm sure. Who was knocked out shortly as he was taking a crap. It was about halfway when the crap started getting too big. Started screaming when it was getting too big, and he was knocked out. By the time he woke up, he was in a cigarette factory. His 3 friends were hanging from a hook. They were dead. They were ripped apart. They were dripping blood as they were hanging.
Well, guys, that was Yakamasoose. And I'm pretty sure you guys want to hear any more of him. If you want to, let me know in the comment section. He's got a lot of stories for you guys, and I'm pretty sure he wants to share them with the world. But as always, I am Dwarf Man. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe to become a dwarf today. And I will see you in the next video. Peace!